Yo guys, new stock, let's talk. Today we got CNXA Sport Technologies. Dawson, why don't you give me a little 60-second rundown on what CNXA is?
So CNXA is essentially a tennis ball launcher company, which is quite unorthodox for a public listed company, but they're fucking killing it. Started off a guy, huge tennis lover, and he didn't like lugging his huge ball launcher around, so he built a bag where he could store his tennis rackets in, shoot balls out, and put it in the back of his car at the same time. Took it out, started getting some attention, went on Kickstarter, raised some money, listed on the OTC, uploaded to the NASDAQ, did about 30 million in sales, sold 60,000 units, and now they're killing it. Mm-hmm. They've expanded into pickleball now. They've created AI applications to up your game, and they're becoming this sports conglomerate almost. And I don't live in a tennis community, but it seems that these tennis people love it. Seeing Serena Williams, Kendall Jenner, Roger Federer, top 7 out of the 10 players in the world use this thing.
Yeah.
It's on its way to be one of the biggest tennis companies out there.
Awesome. A little bit of the performance of the stock going forward here.
Yeah, no, CNXA has been going absolutely insane recently in the market. Traded over $94 million USD in one day in the market. For a nano small cap, it's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
They had a high of 265% over the last month or so. They went from 20 cents all the way up to 74, I believe, which is fucked. Mm-hmm. They had over 130,000 individual trades placed that day. There's some serious volume coming on right now. Like I said, from 20 cents to 74. The last few months, it's been going insane. Basically, if you got in the stock whenever we talked about it, you probably would have made a lot of money. Why? During that day, they just put a news release out that they regained NASDAQ compliance, and they brought on 3 big non-US investors. And if I had to guess, they would be deploying mad capital into this thing because $94 million of trading volume is it's no joke. So they've been going crazy. The volume's up about 700% as well over the last month. And they're trading about an average of 24 million shares a day, which is up from their previous average of about 1 to 3 million. So there's definitely some stuff going on. And with how tiny this float is, you saw with the $94 million, it jammed at 252% in one day. So keep an eye out for these big volume days because there's some serious money to be made in this thing. Mm-hmm. It has the volume, it has the demand, and it has the tiny structure to make this thing go absolutely parabolic.
Closing thoughts? What are your thoughts on CNXA overall? Where do you see it going? Sort of thing.
I was a little skeptical on it at first. I was like, oh, this is kind of unorthodox. We're more demanding and stuff like that. But as I started evolving with the story, realizing how big tennis was and realizing how big pickleball was, it's, if you can make something to convenience these guys and make these guys better, it's gonna blow up. And Kendall Jenner, completely free of charge, posted on her story how much she loves it. Yeah. We have, Federer, we have Serena Williams. I'm not sure all the tennis players, but essentially these guys aren't even part of the team. They just use and endorse the product to how much they love it. Yeah. I'm not in a tennis city, not a tennis country, but I'm a hockey guy. And if there was Sidney Crosby was posting about some new stick he liked, I'm sure it'd fucking go crazy too. So I'm sure there's a huge market for that, and I'm really stoked for the future of it.
Awesome.
And to see one last thing, to see the demand completely regardless of the fundamentals and the underlying company, the demand for the stock on the market is crazy. Yeah. The volume coming in to this company is insane. And with the tiny float it has, I think there's only... we'll have to pull it up. Under 10 million shares in the free float. This kind of volume will absolutely fucking jam it. So you catch this thing on a good day, you're in for a ride. Yeah. And a lot of our guys already banked money. We're still holding a lot of stock, and we're stoked for the future of CNXA Sport Technologies.
Yeah, there you have it, folks. Stock Talk.